Hi students, and welcome back to Computer Practice with Mr. H. And in this question, we're going to do episode 13, which is the last episode, which is question 14 that we're going to discuss. So this one is about OneNote, and we need to recreate this particular screenshot. Now, this screenshot is not necessarily going to look like yours because it all depends on what program of Microsoft Office you are using. In other words, if you're using Microsoft Office 365, your screenshot is going to look like this. But if you're using Microsoft 2016, it's going to look different. So since this is the example of what Office 365 would look like, I'm going to show you what will your document look like if you would do this question in Microsoft 2016. So first of all, we're going to have to open OneNote and recreate the following sections and pages in a new notebook called Property Today. So first of all, you're going to, in your search box, you're going to search for OneNote. And you're going to select OneNote 2016. Do not select OneNote for Windows, choose OneNote 2016. So you're going to click on it. It's going to open for you. If it doesn't open for you, then you click on File, New, and you select this PC. All right, so File, New, this PC, so you can create a new notebook. It's going to ask you to give your notebook a name before you can create it. So the name of this notebook is Property Today. Once you've given it a name, then you can click on Create Notebook. You will immediately be inside of the notebook. Now, before I continue, I'm just going to show you a few things. Over here, I have the name of my notebook. Next to it, I have a section, and I can add more sections to it. I can also delete sections if I need to by right-clicking on them. I can also right-click and rename a section if I need to. All right. On the far right, here I can add pages to my section. Each section can have its own pages. Remember, OneNote is basically a notebook, like here, for example. It's basically a notebook, but in electronic form. So if I have, for example, here I have sticky notes. I have a name for my notebook. I have a section, and my section is divided into pages. All right, same concept, just the electronic version. You have a name of your notebook, you have sections, and you have pages for each section. All right, so I'm going to delete these ones. So that was just a brief introduction to what you can expect. I'm going to go back to my question. So make the following changes. Rename the section to departments as indicated on the next page. So we need to have a section called departments. And then in that section, we're going to have different pages. All right, so we are going to rename this section. I'm going to right click on the section. I'm going to click on rename, and I'm going to rename it to departments. Press enter to lock it in. Next question. Add 4 new pages in the correct order as shown on the next page with the names banks, apartments, homes, and clients. Banks, apartments, homes, and clients. So these are pages of departments that we're going to insert. So we have pages. I'm just going to delete the ones that I already have, just to make it easier to understand. All right, so here by departments, currently I have no pages, so I'm going to add my first page, and my first page is called banks. So I'm going to rename my first page, and I'm going to rename it to banks. I'm going to add a second page, and this one I'm going to call apartments. The next page, homes. And the last one is clients. So you've noticed that even though you add a page over here, you can actually give it a name over here, right? It's going to be the same thing. Next question. Work in the clients page. So now I'm going to specifically make sure that I'm in the clients page. So as you can see, I'm currently in the clients page. If they wanted us to work in banks, I would have clicked on banks. But in this case, it's clients. Insert the picture named estate from your examination folder. So we need to insert the picture estates. What's nice about a page is you can click basically anywhere on the page and you will be able to type or do whatever you need to do wherever your cursor lands. This little block that you see here is called a placeholder, and you can move it also around. So even though you've randomly inserted anything, text, you can move them around to create more order. You can click on them and just delete them as well by pressing the delete key or backspace to delete them. So you can decide where you want to insert this picture. So I basically just clicked here. I could have clicked anywhere, but I clicked here, and then I'm going to click on insert, and then I have the following options. I can insert a table, a file, which will come out as a printout, which will actually have the whole page. I can insert anything like as an attachment, but then it will just be an icon. I can even insert a whole spreadsheet. I can insert pictures that's on my computer, on my PC, or I can insert online pictures, any pictures from the internet. I can also insert links, and remember, links is not just websites, but it's also documents, any link that you have that you can attach. You can even insert audio, voice notes, or clips, like in videos. Maybe I can attach another video from my YouTube channel I can attach into this page. The same with dates, time, templates, symbols, equations. Alright, so in this case, we're going to insert a picture from the PC. So I'm going to select pictures. It's going to ask me where is this picture. Remember, it's in your student folder. So I'm just going to go to my specific student folder. You know where you've saved yours. So just go to where you've saved it. There it is. And then I'm going to insert the picture. It also gets inserted in a placeholder. So this means I can still move it around. Next question. Create the table with the text exactly as given. The table must consist of 5 columns and 5 rows with the font color of the column headings changed to bold and red. Alright, so that's a few things that we need to do there, but it's actually pretty easy. But let me just quickly go to our example. Let's see. So it's below the picture, and we need to create this table. We need to insert the information into the table, and then we need to change the color of the text of the first row to red. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly just take this piece over here, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go and I'm going to paste it in my in my page. The only reason why I'm doing this is so that I can see what I'm supposed to type. All right, so I'm going to go scroll down a little bit more. All right, so there. So I'm going to try to recreate this table on this side. So I'm going to put my cursor where I need it to be. Can it's allowing me to. All right. So insert a table. Okay, go directly to insert table. You want 5 columns and you want 5 rows. You're going to click OK. It gives you that. And then you're going to type in capital letters. You're going to type in client, agent, prop type, address, sales price. Okay, next, John Evans. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video so I can finish my table so you can see the final product when it's done. All right, so I've finished the table. I'm going to delete this one. I don't need this anymore. So I finished the table. If you see spelling mistakes here, for example, for street, all right, and you still see the red lines, it's indicating there's a spelling mistake and there isn't a spelling mistake. All that you can do, you can just ignore it by right-clicking on it, on the word, and then you just click on ignore. Right-click, ignore. Right, if it is in fact a spelling mistake, that's not one. It's indicated as one, but it's not one. All right, so how do I change this to red? I'm going to just select my first row and I just go and change the color, which is currently black. I'm going to change to red. Simple as that. Okay, done. The next question says, specifies bold. I forgot to change it to bold. It must also be created in bold. So there you have done that. Next question, make a screenshot of the OneNote page of clients in a Word page. Save and print the screenshot as question 13. And that's the end of this question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to make a screenshot of what I've created. Let's just make sure that everything is visible that I've created. I'm just going to move this up slightly. All right, maybe move this to the side, to the middle. Maybe move this also. So what's important is in your screenshot, the name of your OneNote document, the section that you created, the pages that you created, and I can clearly see that currently clients is active. And this is what's happening inside of the client's page. This is, of course, just a very, very basic example of OneNote. There's still a lot of other things that you could have done, and in your textbook, you can explore those activities. OneNote is also being examined or will also be explored further in computer practice in 6 next semester. So then you can expect to in a question paper to answer a lot more functions or display a few more functions in your question, such as maybe to-do tags or drawing tools, etc. But that's coming for next semester. For now, all that we want from you is just, do you know how to operate with basic OneNote specifics? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a print screen of this. In other words, you press print screen on your keyboard, which is the F10 key. Just press it. And then you go to Microsoft Word. You open up a blank Word document. You paste it. And don't forget to also include in your header always your ID number. Tab, tab, tab. until you get to the right side, and then you indicate the question. This was question 14. Only once you've done that, then you can close your header and then you print your screenshot. So thank you so much, students, for watching, and join me in more videos where I will be discussing in more detail, perhaps OneNote. You are free to leave comments and also requests. Thank you.